we don't have the brochure, but Joe has something.
Well, while you're looking for it,
we'll get to that here in a minute, Joe. But we didn't have a show last week, fellas, so I'm sure our listeners are
thankful.
Thankful that we're back, or thankful we didn't have a show last week. You can take it either way.
Thankful,
whatever you think.
Well, it's kind of how we operate. We do stuff last minute, and I told you guys I wouldn't be here, and just assuming you would be here. And the night before, I'm not going to be there. Well, I can't make it either. And poor Jim over there, getting probably 1 million texts, and and some of them are just nonsense.
He blocked us from that group text.
Yeah, there was some foul language on that I didn't appreciate.
No,
those text messages.
Yeah, so
pheasants and
we're back. We're back, and we're stronger than ever.
Hey, we're back, and it is strong, and you have taken it to the next level.
Yeah,
next level.
Well, we do have some live stream going on, but not today. Still trying to figure all this out, and our technical guy, he's not here, so we let him. He's kind of got it all figured out. So he's taking 2 weeks off. I didn't know he had that much vacation time built up, but Lloyd Kirby is not here.
He travels everywhere.
Yeah, he does.
I don't know what the station pays him, but it's a lot.
I think Jim gave him the card number, the credit card number.
Yeah, I believe he has. Look at Jim's face.
I don't know how he did it, but
it's an open checkbook.
Yeah, so get on out here to Graue today. We're going to have some visitors with us, talk about what's going on at the high school. They're big fundraiser today. You come out and you test drive a car. Mm-hmm. I'm sure they got 4 or 5 cars set up that you can test drive, and it's all fundraiser. Got this
Corvette set up right out here for me.
Yeah.
Jake, why don't you get in that?
I'm pretty sure that's for me.
Pretty sure. Well, I'm pretty sure they'll let you drive away with it if you sign some papers and purchase that thing.
Oh, yeah, so they're going to run a
can I write a check?
Credit check on you, a quick credit check on you.
Yeah, I don't know about a check, but
credit check.
You could probably write a monthly check for to the bank.
I don't know if I could.
But yeah, and they had this event last year, and it's a good cause. Come out here and test drive a brand new car.
Yep.
Even if you don't purchase it, you get to drive a brand new car and have that new car smell. And that
like on your clothes.
Love it.
I don't know if it sticks to your clothes, but if it did, man, that would be phenomenal. If they made a new car smell cologne, probably get it.
Why doesn't that new car smell like manure? You get around manure, you'll smell like it for a while. New car smell should be like that. Getting a new car, smell good.
Ooh, Joe,
this show
is that an old Seinfeld episode?
I'm pretty sure this
manure
goes downhill.
Where did you take
every
that?
time?
You hang around manure a lot?
Hey, we're in after 5 minute mark. Yep,
let's talk
about downhill.
Let's talk about Seinfeld a minute. Manure. Can you break it down for me?
Manure.
You non-Seinfeld fans, I'm telling you.
Manure is just basically poop.
Maw, which is wonderful, and newer.
Yeah.
George broke that down for you on Seinfeld. Why does everyone dislike the word manure? Ma, everybody likes their mom, and newer. Everyone wants something newer. Manure. That's Seinfeld, man.
Wow.
That's
Jim. I don't even know what to do now.
Oh, I tell you what, you guys got to get out more.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a sports show, Jim.
Rusty.
Yeah, we went from sports to farm
Rusty
talk, and that's on mornings if you want to do that, right, Jim? We got a little farm thing going on.
Yeah.
All right,
I'll get on that.
We like to give a happy birthday wish to Nicholas Kodat, turning 15 years old.
15. He's getting old.
The grandson of Paula, our station.
What would you call her?
What is her title? We never did get a title.
Actually, she's in charge of this. Because if without her, we're not on the air.
Well, then she's very, very important.
She's going to have to text us with her exact title.
Exact title. So once again, we are at Graue. Get on out here today to test drive a brand new vehicle. And
I believe if you test drive a vehicle, it's what, $25 goes to the course?
$20.
$20.
We're going to bring on the main person.
Chris Graue misinformed me earlier. Yeah. And then if you decide to make a donation up to $50, they'll match. Which it's a pretty sweet deal, Joe.
It's a very sweet deal.
It is a good
very sweet deal.
Match up to 50.
You want to pop in yet?
Sure.
Yeah, well, let's get the man himself here to get this story straight, because we tend to veer off and give false information.
Yeah, that's
we're not very smart.
That's only happened once so far this show.
Yeah,
Up to 100 if Joe has his
just
way.
started. Yeah,
That's I'll have that bumped up for you there.
There you go.
Christopher.
Morning, Chris.
Morning, Lincoln and Logan County. How we doing?
We're doing good
good,
now. Back on air. We took last week off, so people around town are probably jonesing for their morning sports show.
Well, heck yeah.
So what a better way to start off the show.
You guys
to
are
come
kind
out
of a
here.
county favorite, aren't you?
Number one
We're
rated
number one rated sports show
between 9 and 10 in Logan County for the past 10 years.
And we still haven't got a plaque.
In a field of one.
Yeah. And we're still waiting on our plaque.
Yes.
You know how you display them in your...
We don't really like being put in a box, Mr. Graue.
Yes.
I'm just saying, we really like to think regionally.
Yes.
Outside the box.
Right.
The only plaque we have is when we go to the dentist. There's some buildup. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Chris, we got a fundraiser going on today. People can come out, test drive a new vehicle, and every person that test drives a vehicle, it's a $20 donation.
Yes.
From you to...
We've actually, what we're going to do a $25 contribution to the LCH choir.
Okay. Well, it was.
And we're encouraging the parents. We want the parents or the people that are driving that are supporting the choir to have a little skin in the game too. So if they make a contribution above the 25, so we'll put in $25. Now if the person comes in and puts in 35, we'll bump ours to 35, a max of 50. So that $25 contribution could go to 100. So if the person, if the individual comes in and puts in 50, we'll match that 50. Now,
so that could be a $75 deal there. Okay,
Yep.
Gotcha.
Boy,
Yep.
that's
a pretty good deal.
We'll do 25, max of 50. So if that person comes in and writes a check for $50 to go to the LCHS choir, we'll match that at $50. So that $25 contribution that we initially started would end up being $100.
Okay,
that's a good deal.
Gotcha. That is.
Then we also have we have a food sale that's going on. My son Jack and one of his friends are running down to a local favorite, Peggy's Place, and going to pick up sloppy joes and chips and cookies that we're going to be selling, and that's just a flat contribution if the person wants to make a donation of $5 or $15, whatever they want to make for lunch today. And that'll start about 10:30, 11 o'clock.
All right. Now, what kind of car can they expect to come out and hop in today?
Well, pretty much anything that we have in the lots available for test drives. We're going to have, I know, a Traverse, a pickup truck, a Colorado, a Cruise available, and then if the person has a burning desire to drive a Regal or an Equinox or
How about
an Enclave.
something red that we're kind of seeing right now?
We have a deal written on that vehicle, so unfortunately it's not available for test drive.
Sorry, Jake.
We do have a beautiful 2013 Corvette coupe with about 25,000 miles on it, which is unbelievably low miles for a used Corvette.
Jake?
We had some folks come all the way from Arizona and trade that car.
Oh, really?
We had a new 17 that we still had in stock, and they spotted it on eBay. And we had it very attractively priced, and they thought the price was attractive enough that they drove all the way here from Arizona and traded that 2013.
Now,
it's the power of the internet.
Did they tow it or actually drive the
No,
vehicle?
they drove that up here.
Oh, wow.
And I think they drove the other one home. I think it made it all the way to Arizona. Brand new Corvette up there.
You were having a little ha-ha in there on us, weren't you?
Yep,
These
yep,
guys
yep.
don't catch on fast, I'm telling you.
You're pretty
Beep,
sharp.
zoom, you know what I'm saying?
Well, it was just a few weeks ago. I was in Pensacola Beach, Florida, and they had a Corvette show, and there had to be 3,000 Corvettes there.
Mm-hmm.
It was the coolest thing. I mean, all the exotic paint jobs.
I think that 2013 was down there and it won the whole show. Not
Really?
No.
Boy, that's another ha-ha.
That's a sales pitch right there.
I tell you what, though, those things.
We can go with that.
They can make those things look awfully fancy with the different metals and everything they're using on it, and different paint jobs they're using.
Well, I mean, the brand new ones are fancy enough, you know? I mean,
Oh boy,
those
and
things
the horsepower and torque that they're getting out of those these days is
Unbelievable.
unbelievable.
Now, what would
and
some
the miles
insurance
per gallon
run on that, Joe? I mean, why
You
don't
know what?
chime in
Cheap.
there?
Inexpensive. If you're
Affordable.
buying a Corvette, who cares about insurance?
Affordable.
Oh, you care
Very
about
affordable.
insurance. I want to make sure you
You
have
really care? Yeah, you need it and you want it.
What's the miles per gallon on that on the highway?
Actually,
About 30, isn't it?
yeah, the new Corvettes,
Yeah,
the newer
no
Corvettes with the active fuel management, the overdrive transmissions that they have, they'll get 28 to 32 on the highway.
There you go.
They step them down, and really that engine just lumbers along at highway speed, and they get really, really good gas.
Is that what active fuel management is?
Yes.
I just wondered. That's something I've never heard before.
Shuts down
active
half
fuel
the motor.
management. AFM. Look at you.
I had a really interesting transaction with a really good friend of mine from Springfield. He wanted a used Corvette that we found. We found a used Corvette. This is 10, 12, 15 years ago. And it happened to be Atlanta, Georgia. And it was back when you could get really inexpensive airfare. So instead of having the vehicle trucked up here, I got a ticket from Bloomington and nonstop to Atlanta, Georgia. They picked me up at the airport, and I was at this guy's shop and had to drive it all the way back to Lincoln.
Had to.
Yeah. Quite fun.
Going through those mountains probably was horrible.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a good time.
That is fun.
It was very fun.
You get to ride around a lot of fancy cars.
Well, that's
one of the benefits.
Benefits of the business.
That's right.
It comes with the territory. Every once in a while, the lady at the I'll pull up in something different at the dry cleaners, and the lady at the dry cleaners will say, I didn't know it was you. I never know what you're going to pull up in. I said, well, ma'am, I don't either.
Whatever's available.
It changes from day to day.
So your entire life you've been in this industry, around these cars.
Since fourth grade.
Were you always in love with them, like the cars?
It kind of had its ups and downs, but my whole adult life, I had plans when I was in high school. I went on to college and got a degree in electronics, computer science, technology. I was going to go out and seek another job. I'd interviewed for a couple jobs in Chicago, and as times change and priorities change, and you start looking at things in the real world, things can change. And old Lincoln, Illinois didn't look too awful bad when I was about 24, 25 years old when I got out in the real world.
So you really didn't think you were going to stay in the car business at one point in time?
No. But actually, the guy that I can credit with talking me into it, Bob Newman, was our service manager when I was growing up. And he could tell that I was very disinterested in sticking around here. And he could see that I had the talent, I guess, to talk to people and maybe run this place. And he sat me down in his office and gave me a pretty good stern talking to, and kind of convinced me that I need to give this thing a second look. And the car business has been very, very good to my family. It was good to my parents. It's been good to my family. It's going to put 3 kids through college for me and provide a living for my wife and I. And we're just very thankful for the fruits that Lincoln and Logan County has bestowed upon us.
Well, you have a computer science technology background.
Can you help us?
Well, I mean, with all these new vehicles coming out, with all the technology, is that a real big interest to you?
Well,
you kind of dig deep into that?
It is, but the stuff that I learned in college
is
30 years
irrelevant.
ago
A little outdated.
is irrelevant today.
Yeah.
Windows hadn't even been invented. They didn't even have a mouse for a computer back then.
Yeah.
The stuff that I was learning back then was assembler and Fortran and different things like that, and none of that stuff is relevant today. It doesn't even apply. So I'm decent with a computer. I'm decent with a smartphone. Technology interests me. I like it. And we're a very, very heavy technology business.
Sure.
It just continually evolves. At one time we had one spot for Wi-Fi here in the showroom. Now we've got Wi-Fi through the entire dealership. We can't hardly function without the internet.
Right.
And just about not everybody has a computer. We've got 36 employees here, and I think 25 of them have computers at their workstations.
And that's got to be a big factor in sales as well, where people can go to their laptop or their phone, pull up Graue.com, find a car, and they know what they want when they come in.
Oh, yeah. There's times when the customers know our inventory better than we do.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
It used to be the customers would come in and say, "Hey, I'm looking for a 4-door sedan, or I want a pickup truck, extended cab, 2-wheel drive with less than 60,000 miles on it." Now they come in and say, "I want to see stock number 67684." They've looked at that vehicle. They know the history on it. They've run a Carfax on it or an auto check on it. Mm-hmm. They know all the options. People are a lot more educated with car buying than they were 12, 15 years ago.
Well, let's look to the future. Where do you think Chevrolet or the business sits when we get into these driverless cars? It's all just Tesla, to talk about another name out there, or whatever. When you head that direction.
I'm a little reserved, and I have a real high opinion of the autonomous vehicles. I still think that there's some importance or some value to having a person behind the wheel.
Well, I agree.
You know, the computers and the sensors are great, but I had a lady just about step in front of me at the intersection of Union and Woodlawn last week, and I think if it would have been a driverless vehicle, I don't think it would have stopped. This lady, it was like that accident that was in Arizona last year where the person crossed where there wasn't a crosswalk and walked right in front of the vehicle.
Right.
I had to get on the brakes really, really hard. She did not cross at the crosswalk, and I'm pulling up amongst these other vehicles, morning traffic, and all of a sudden she appears out of nowhere, and I nearly ran her over. And luckily I was able to get the car stopped, and she didn't even know that I was there. I don't even think she knew that the incident happened.
Yeah, that's one of those things that's way down the road. I know they're even doing it in semis right now, trying to get this technology. But like you say, Chris, you want that human element involved in driving. I mean, right now these cars have it to where it'll just keep you on the road. You know,
Oh, yeah. They've had that lane keep technology, and most of the vehicles today have either got some type of cruise control management, lane keep technology. They certainly all have, most of them have the backup cameras and the parking sensors and all that, and that's all part of that technology. Now, there are different instances, like on a college campus or on let's say a gated retirement community where maybe folks aren't able to drive, where it's kind of a closed environment. I could see where, like an autonomous vehicle, like a bus or a van of some kind.
Disneyland or something.
Yeah.
That would work, but in the public roadways and everything, I just think there's too many
I was
things.
just saying, in an environment like that, you can also prep the people around it to be cognizant of it.
Yeah, and it's going to make people. There's going to be a whole lot more worse drivers out there, if that's their correct English, because they're reliant on this technology to drive for them. You know, the backup cameras. People don't know how to back up now without those cameras.
I'm driving a very, very lightly equipped Chevy Silverado. It's a two-wheel drive LS. It's a rubber mat on the floor. It's very basic. It does not have a backup camera. And you talk about going from having it on almost every vehicle to not having it at all.
You're going like this.
Trying to hook a camper up with that thing. It's like, oh my gosh,
Boy,
how did I do this?
Have you became lazy?
Terribly.
Don't want to turn my head around.
All right.
You know, I remember I believe it was Bill Gates when the laptops came out. You know, he went from that strict, here's your desktop, and that's what you do. We went to laptops, and I remember him speaking somewhere and going, someday you're going to have this, and it'll be the size of you'll put it in your pocket. We didn't have phones then, but he was saying, you'll have a little compuder like this in your pocket. And I remember laughing at him going, oh, no, we're not.
Yeah, the technology that has evolved is just amazing. I like to read and study about the moon missions, the Apollo missions and the Gemini Mercury missions, and the technology has evolved so much that they got all those guys to the Apollo mission back and forth to the moon on the same storage of 4 digital pictures today. Think about that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
4.
Hey, I did want to bring up a local purchase with a local merchant that just happens to be sitting here at this desk. My son outgrew his bed at home.
Oh.
And we started looking around, and we were, where should we go? We thought, well, Jake's Furnishings has got beds, and my wife and my son popped in there, picked up a new box spring and mattress, and had it delivered this week. And Jack spent last night was his second night. He hasn't made the bed yet. He's still in there just making some pillows. You know how those high school
Can't get out of it.
Yeah,
It's so comfortable he can't get out of it.
So Jake, kudos to you. He reasonable prices, good service, delivered right to our door in Lincoln and Logan County. Keep your money local. It's the best investment you can make.
There you go.
And yeah, they have some good stuff over there. My wife just bought some stuff there too, and
Your wife? You didn't have any say in that?
Oh, I had zero say.
He's a big talker,
She just
small walker.
I wrote the check.
He did. He wrote the check.
But yeah, they do have
Thanks,
some
Chris.
stuff there. And you know what stuff? Also, I found out with this guy, if you take him out of town to other furnitures, he'll get you good deals there too.
Really?
He knows how to talk them down. Oh, is that not true? What are you talking about? Well, we need to take a commercial break. We come back, we're going to have some people from the theater department at the high school, because that's what this is all about here. Some fundraising for them to help them out. And
I thought it was about driving cars.
Well, that's part of it, Jake.
Okay.
Driving cars, getting some fundraising going on.
Yep.
And
come out 11 to 2 and get a manwich or a sloppy Joe from Peggy's place. It'll be really good.
He loves sloppy Joes.
Sloppy Jake.
Sloppy
got
the
it.
better.
Sloppy Joes.
You
All
got
right.
it.
Let's take a commercial break.
Doesn't
Come
have to be
back.
Sloppy Joe.
We're going to have some guests on with us. And no, the guest getter did not get them. So, all right. Cool. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back to the Cheap Seats, 96.3 FM. Oh, that's my pen. It's broke. It's probably ink all over it. We are at Graue Chevrolet today for their annual fundraising event for the Lincoln Community High School theater department. Is that
Music
what
department.
Music
Music.
department. Okay, so I get it all mixed up.
I dabble in the theater
Oh.
as well, but this
And
is
she
primarily
wanted to sing this morning.
So today,
singing this
all
morning.
right, go
Not
ahead.
happening, boys. No,
Okay.
unless you want to pay me.
We will pay you.
Yeah.
We're going to get something
let's
together
negotiate.
in this
We'll
drawer.
negotiate later.
We pay
Look here. There you go.
muffins. We have muffins back there, bagels.
Donald's gift
That's how
card.
we
Nice.
pay our guests.
Well, okay. If if you're going to sing a song, what would it be? Because next time we might have you just come on. It's
my.
radio.
Oh dear.
The go-to song.
I don't know. Let's have these girls over here sing. These two
there
beautiful
you
choir
go.
girls
Okay,
over here.
and we'll have them get warmed up after our next commercial break.
There you go.
I
Get them on.
I
and
think you'd rather hear that.
Don't go
than me.
breaking my heart, and you could do Elton John, Kiki D.
I'll sing
you
the
be
Elton
Elton?
John part.
You gonna do
No,
Elton?
oh, totally.
You
Yes.
could be Kiki.
But before I forget, I do want to address this topic that we talked about before we went on air. Pet insurance. Now,
I know all about it.
Different direction now.
well, I mean, because I'll forget, and she's interested as well.
Well, right.
And I think Jake might
I
have
know all
some.
about it, yeah.
Okay, so apparently Joe knows nothing about it, and he's
We actually sell pet
I was going to
insurance.
say, you're pet insurance.
We sell pet
Okay.
insurance.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun.
how much is pet insurance?
I have no idea. I've never messed
honestly,
with it.
Hey, I'll tell you this. It's actually extremely cheap if you ever have a dog have something, a broken leg or anything
have
like
it.
that, a hip out or anything.
We do have it.
I tell you what, one time,
Right.
and you'll be happy you had
so
it.
what is it? What's the premium on one of those little policies there?
Jesus, all
I'll
built
find
in.
out for you.
I'm-
Carry on with the show.
all right. I was going to
Text
say,
Michelle.
it's all
we'll
built
have
into
to
my
let you know
insurance.
later
Okay.
because our insurance
Fill
guy.
me in because
Yeah.
I'm all about it.
Insurance guy.
No idea.
And
I'm
now,
also a pet detective.
I'll tell you this.
call
you have
me.
to
Hey,
have
Joe Ryan.
Ventura.
you have to make sure your vet also takes it because there's some vets that
Right.
won't.
That's what I was
Okay,
just
and that's
saying.
what-
Like
yeah.
our vet doesn't.
Are you with
doesn't-
best friends?
I don't want to say.
I was going to say, I don't think we should discuss that on here, but
I don't.
Throw them under the bus.
I mean,
we're
I
not gonna
love our
discuss
vet,
this.
but
But
I wish they took-
a lot of vets don't take the insurance.
Right.
I mean, it's not
you
just
pay,
they don't
and
like
then
getting paid,
you deal
or-
with the insurance
Yeah.
company, and they will reimburse you, kind
yeah.
of thing.
That's still a pretty good deal. All right, let's.
and you
let's
can't
get-
trust insurance.
I have a
No,
buddy
you can't.
that his dog had
You have a buddy?
two broken legs actually, and he was very fortunate that he had that insurance because
Yeah.
I mean the second one was pretty complex and it was. I'm thinking about $5,000.
And like I said, what are you going to do? Not fix your dog?
Right.
You're
Yeah.
going to fix your dog.
Oh,
You're going to
yeah.
pay whatever
I mean,
you got to pay.
You just
Yeah,
can't-
your
you just
dog
can't
becomes a
fix your
family
kids.
member.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely,
All
absolutely.
right, let's get back to the main topic here.
Let's talk music program.
Let's talk-
LCHS.
Back
What
to
do
you
you say?
singing.
Sorry, but
We're moving on.
if I wouldn't have brought it up, I would have forgot. And so
Yeah,
now let's
fair.
get back to music. Do you have well, today's a fundraiser for the music program.
Indeed.
Do you have I don't know, a show coming up?
We sure do.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you call that?
This year, we are in the process of putting together our 25th annual Madrigal dinner. So since I started at the high school 25 years ago.
25 years. You're 45, aren't you?
Right. No, I don't know. I was like 15 when I started.
So, I knew it was young.
So we've been doing these madrigal dinners. It happens the weekend before Thanksgiving, and it's basically a medieval sort of dinner theater production. All the choir kids are in our lords and ladies or serving wenches, and this morning I have my queen. That's gonna the girl that's playing the queen at the madrigal dinner, and the young woman that's playing the jester, one of my jesters, and we sing Christmas songs. We sing sort of traditional Renaissance period songs. There's a script. My husband wrote our script, and it's fabulous. And we do it out at the Lincoln Banquet Hall, and so it's catered by them. And it's just the first madrigal dinner I went to. I had no idea what I was in store for, and it was just fun and poignant, and I mean, I was just such in the Christmas spirit when I left that production. You know, it was really awesome.
And when is this?
It does that to you.
It really does.
Yep.
It's the weekend before Thanksgiving, so I think that's like the dates. Anybody?
20th.
Madrigal dinner. I want to say like the 17th. 16th, 17th, 19th, something like that. And it's a Thursday, Friday, Sunday.
Okay.
You can get tickets by calling the high school, or if you happen to know a choir kid, there's 75 of them floating around out in the community.
Nice.
Floating around. And they can hook you up with tickets. But for sure, you can call the high school and get them through me.
How much are tickets?
For the Thursday and Friday show, which is a dinner show, they are $25 for adults and $22 for senior citizens.
That's it?
I know, right?
For a dinner and a show.
Dinner and entertainment. That's right.
Wow, that's a pretty good deal.
It isn't bad.
That's not
And
bad
that's a
at
nice
all.
place out there.
It
You
is.
doll it all up. It's all been redone.
And we do.
It's
We
nice.
completely decorate it. I know we have something like 20 Christmas trees out there, and I have an awesome group of parents that always help me every year, and we do a silent auction, and Jake has helped us out with that many a time.
Jake.
And the whole evening is just so vibrant and fun. Like, you know, the kids are so invested, and it's just a great community offering. Like, if you're looking for something different to do, you should take it. Take this opportunity.
And
come
you're
on out.
very good at this stuff. I'll compliment you here on the air.
Well,
And
thank
you can
you.
give me $4 or $5 afterwards.
Okay.
But I'm going
I
to
can
tell
do
you
that.
that you were very good at this.
Well, thanks.
We really would have loved to have had you sing this morning.
Oh, jeez. No.
I think
Still no.
she's thinking about it. That was
Come on.
I feel like she's on the fence.
There was a pause.
She's on the fence.
Well, since the last time we've talked to you, the Peter Pan
Right.
Extravaganza.
transit took place,
Exactly.
huge success,
It
and
was. It was.
so now hopefully they'll come out for this. Now you said Thursday and Friday it's $25 a ticket
Right.
for your meal and show, and Sunday.
Sunday's a dessert-only matinee performance, and all the tickets are $15.
Okay.
So,
So
yeah.
you still get the show, and you get a nice little dessert, but no
Just
dinner.
no
on it.
meal.
Right.
And start time.
Doors open at 6 at on the dinner nights, and the show starts. The doors open at 6. Dinner's at 6:30, and on the matinee, doors open at 2:30. Show is at 3.
Okay.
And you want to give a shout out here to Mr. Graue for doing all this? I'm sure you do.
Oh my
I know.
goodness. I'm so grateful to Chris Graue and Graue Chevrolet. They have been so good to our program. Both the choir program and the musical. I do the musical. That's my dabble in theater out at the high school. The musical.
So who else
musical's mine.
helps you out there with this? You do this, I mean, besides the kids, you do this all by yourself?
Well, madrigal. I mean, I have parents that
I mean, so
really
parents
help a
but
lot. Right.
It's a lot to take on.
It is. I've got a great colleague, Nigel Range, who helps with Madrigal Brass. He, puts together a little brass ensemble that plays throughout the night for the Madrigal. He also does the orchestra pit for the musical. And I have a lot of help. I mean, but I'm the one that kind of, gets everybody going.
How do you do it? I just don't understand how you pull it all off.
Well-
And they all do the right thing, and you know what everyone is supposed to be doing. And
Yeah, it's a
Joe,
lot. It's a
Most
lot.
people are pretty good at their jobs.
Yes.
I don't know how I should take that. Do you think? Not sure I understand.
I don't know, Joe. I don't think it was
I'm just going to say, it's a good thing you have a good secretary.
You know,
knows things.
Let's just say, like, basketball. There's 5 kids running around out there. I'm just saying, coming from a football background,
how do
you've got
control
60 kids on the sidelines. You've got them all around different directions to do things. So it's kind of what you have going on.
Yeah.
There's 10 coaches out there messing around.
Right.
How do you keep all that straight and know what everyone's supposed to be doing? I guess that's what I meant.
Discipline.
I was in a master class one time, and he referred to our job as spinning plates. Like you're constantly spinning plates.
Sure.
And during the madrigal, like normally I'll say I have like 5 plates in the air, but madrigal I got about 15, 20. It's a lot, but everybody does it, right? Everybody has plates spinning all the time, right?
Not everybody.
Not everybody.
Well, I know John Oak said one time at a banquet, he said, I don't know too many people that would practice with 15 and 16-year-old kids, practice with them all summer, and then invite the whole community out to see what he's done.
Exactly. Yeah, the pressure's always on, right? The pressure's always on.
The truth.
Every game, every performance, you've got a whole bunch of people watching what you do, so better be good.
Sure.
Right? Better be good.
Hey, let's take a commercial break.
Well, before we go to your commercial break, I'm going to finish the puppy stuff.
Oh, let's hear it.
We got some info.
There's a place out there called
Yes. Manito.
It's called Best Wellness. $500 deductible, $80 reimbursement, and it's going to run you about $30 a month. So there you go.
All right. I could handle that.
Absolutely.
There you go.
What is it called again? Best Wellness?
Best Wellness.
Where'd you get that info from?
Well, my
State Farm
gal.
guy? Oh.
My gal we have pet insurance. I just never mess with it. Michelle does. So.
So you have
There you
pet
go.
insurance.
Yes.
But know nothing about it.
I've had my rabies shots, and I've had that.
I think you need to get dewormed.
Deworm thing. I've taken that. That's an awfully big pill.
Jim, do you have pet insurance? You got like 55 dogs. No?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well, there you go.
He doesn't even have car insurance. It doesn't matter.
Or health insurance, life, and he did
Homeowners. Who
You're going to live
cares?
forever. Not gonna get it. All right, let's take a commercial break. Maybe when we come back, we'll get some girls on here. And
Come on out today, 11 to 2, test drive a car.
Yes.
There you go.
Absolutely. All right, let's take
Thanks
a
so
commercial
much.
break. Stay tuned. We'll be back after these messages. Welcome back to the Cheap Seats, 96.3 FM. You can listen to us on the go with the Mixlr app. And sometimes we have live streaming video, but not today because we didn't set it.
It's not every day, but we
so
do
we're
have
not live video, but next time we will be. We've got a jester, the princess, queen, and a lady with us today. And they're about to belt out a tune, Joe. I don't know what they're going to be singing.
Hey, there's 4 of them that are going to sing.
Oh, we got Tom. He's going to sing as well. All right, he's got to have a little bass back there. But first, ladies, tell us a little bit about what's coming up. The show. What do you call it? A show or?
We call it a performance, basically.
Performance? Okay. And how long have you guys been practicing?
Well, we all have been working on it for probably a couple months when we got the parts. And then we are going to start our practices where we actually block everything and get everything together on November 12th.
Okay, well, I guess first things first, we probably need to know who we're talking to. So the jester is
Aaliyah Turley.
Alita Turley, the queen.
I'm Madeline Steiner.
Okay, and the lady.
I'm Caroline Ahrens.
Okay, and you guys been working on this for quite some time, and the show's right around the corner. How many songs do you guys plan on performing at this?
About 20.
About 20 songs, and
Is there
just
really?
Yeah, we do.
Wide array of songs from just about anything, huh?
Yeah, we got lots. We got some like funny ones and some very like elegant ones, some slow ones. There's just a whole bunch of different ones. They're really fun.
So what year are you guys all in school?
I'm a senior.
I'm a senior.
And I'm a sophomore.
So how long have you been doing this? Are you nervous? Where I'm going with this is it's got to be nerve-wracking to be up there, I would think.
I've been doing this for 4 years. I've been in almost every performance, any play at school. I'm a huge theater kid. I'm involved in everything.
So you're not nervous at all?
I mean, I'm nervous just because this is such a big part for me. I've wanted to be jester forever, so it's really cool to actually have it come
That's
true.
not usually what somebody wants to be.
Yeah, it's
Because
just
they're like the joker or the nimwit, I guess. So
yeah, but it's kind of fun doing that because
Yeah.
it's a lot of comic relief to the show in the end. There's a lot of obviously the show's very funny and there's a lot happening, but like the jesters come in and they can break the silence or they can cause a fight to stop or things like that.
okay.
You're going to be the queen. How long you been
Yeah.
doing this?
Well, I've been in choir all 4 years, and madrigal, like, I've done 3 years. Well, I mean, I've been a part in the madrigal for 3 years, and then, like, I've done theater stuff all 4 years as well. So, pretty much the same as Leah here.
So no one's nervous.
Oh, I'm definitely nervous, but
Your dad's
be
not nervous, and he's going to sing bass on this next song you guys do.
we'll see.
Now you're the new kind of the newcomer, sophomore, and
Yeah.
so have you been doing this since your freshman year?
Yeah, I love performing. Definitely always nervous to perform, but I love doing it.
So is anyone doing a solo?
I don't think any of us are singing a solo.
The King has a solo this year.
Yeah,
Who's the king?
Austin Garriott.
Oh, really? He's got a solo?
Yes.
Where's he at today? He's not
amazing.
showing up.
He's on a college visit.
Okay. We're okay with that. This is a big show. I hate for him to miss it, but he can go for a college visit. That's probably a bigger deal than being on there.
Yeah. So you guys want to sing something?
I mean, we can.
Tom, which one would you like to sing?
What would you like to hear, Tom? I'm sure you guys practice at home.
Come on.
I don't know. Well, we're all sopranos, so we all have the same part. Oh, you aren't? Okay,
We have
well,
Jack somewhere.
Now Jack, he'll hop right on here in no time.
yeah.
Yeah. Jack Graue to the office. Jack Graue.
Surprise? Is that
Jack
me?
Rouse's playing
No,
Shakespeare.
that's you.
Yes.
That's me.
Better answer that.
I know.
That might be a
Better
client.
call him back.
Yeah. So we decided.
I don't know. I can't think of anything that
Can't
I
pull it
mean,
off.
it could just be anything.
Okay.
I would want it to not be.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay. Well,
we'll
we're not
do it.
going to make you sing because
Look at him. Did you want to?
no.
No.
Okay.
So what would you like everybody to do today? Get out and drive a car out at Graue
Are you
Chevrolet?
guys going to
Yeah,
test drive, or
that'd
do you
be
have to be a
great.
certain age? I guess they're 18.
We have to be 18, but I know a lot of people that are coming, and I think everybody else should come too because it's
Absolutely.
really supportive to the arts. And a lot of the time, we don't get a lot of support, but when people do come and help us out, we're very thankful in the end.
So as a senior, what do you plan to do next year? You want to go to school? Mess with
I'm
theater?
going to college. I'm actually not going to be in theater in college. I'm going to do like plays and stuff, but I'm not planning on majoring or minoring in it. I'm actually planning on majoring in psychology. I don't know where I'm going to go to college yet. I've applied to a couple schools, but it just kind of depends on the end on what happens, what I choose. Yeah. Scholarships.
Scholarships.
Yeah, that's
College
key.
costs money.
Yeah.
Good grades are key.
Oh, yeah.
Good grades will get you a long way.
That's true.
How about you? You do
You know, people don't realize that. Everybody. Oh, go ahead.
I'm thinking of going to Eastern and doing something within the arts. Not like 100% sure, but I like plan on being in the kind of all choir where just anybody can be in it, but you don't have to like major or minor in music or anything. And I plan on doing some theater stuff, but
Now, are you the youngest of the Steiners? Are you the last
no.
one? Oh, there's
I
still
do
another?
have a younger sister.
Oh, you do?
Claire, who is in 8th grade this year.
Oh,
She
okay.
doesn't look younger than me. She's extremely tall. But, yeah. There's
How's
one
Big
more.
Ben?
So mom and dad still have another one in the house.
Yeah.
So when you're gone, okay, well, you still got a few more years, Tom, until peace and quiet.
Ben is good.
Big Ben.
Ben is good.
He's never won a wiffle ball game at my house. It's embarrassing for the whole family, I think. I didn't want to bring it up, but it's
He's probably broken a few
So-
wiffle balls. Wiffle balls?
It's
he's
possible.
probably broken a few
Crap.
bats.
Yeah.
Well, ladies, thank
Well, we
you
got
for
to get
being
to
on.
another one here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Geez, Joe.
Well, she wasn't a senior.
But
so I
she's
didn't know
a
she was
sophomore,
going.
so you have some time to think about
Yeah.
what you want to do. So,
What do
have
you
any
wanna do?
idea?
I really like food science, so kind of looking in that way.
Science?
Yep.
That's out of our. Well, we don't have to discuss that one. So, so that's a bit over our head.
You're well. We're gonna let you guys out of here. Let you guys give shouts out to people. Give a shout out to somebody.
Family.
Boy, we put you on the spot here.
Hey, Mom.
All right, that's a good one.
I don't know. My sister's probably listening, so Claire. Yeah, you're cool.
How about that cat behind you? He's
Dad
listening.
right behind you.
Yeah, there's Dad. He's good. He likes listening all the time, so.
Well, he does. He wins a lot of
He
stuff from this show,
You guys are probably getting a lot of Christmas gifts that Tom won on the radio show.
like pizzas and
Yeah. He.
no shout outs.
Nothing.
No,
Okay.
she don't like anybody.
Okay, why don't you guys pop up and Tom put a headset on real quick. We're gonna we never let any of the parents
No.
talk. You two guys can come in and sit down.
Any parents want to sit down? No? Just Tom? He's the only brave one?
You guys grab that mic if you want to come in and sit down.
You know Jackson grabbed that mic.
Tom, just tell us a little bit about what the program's meant to you. How you guys been involved a long time.
This is our 4th year as parents of choir, madrigal. Just love the experience of helping out the kids, setting up things, setting up the madrigals, helping with the musical Peter Pan. I did quite a bit of set building with that. It's a lot of fun, and it's a lot of fun also being there watching the kids practice while they're doing their thing, and you're working on stuff and they're all doing their thing, and it's a lot of fun. It's real rewarding to watch them perform.
Well, there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that people don't really realize, and I'm sure, Miss Quinn, she likes all the help that she can get, building things and props and stuff like that. So there's a lot of elements and key factors that go into these performances, and it takes a lot of people to help out.
Yep, it's amazing to go and watch a performance and see all the stuff in the background, and I know what it took to get that stuff that way.
Right.
And it was all Kim's vision and dreams and design, and we put it into real life and let everybody enjoy it.
Absolutely. Well, this guy beside you, he's no stranger to the radio. He grabs that mic like he owns it.
Oh, look at it.
He's just like,
You say grab a mic, I'll go for the mic, man.
Let's not drop mic, all right? Things are expensive.
no drop, and we don't
Take care of it.
We can't even go wireless yet. So, but Jack, I was telling your dad earlier, you did the national anthem a few weeks ago at the football game.
That was fun.
Superb job.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Just remember the lyrics alone is a victory. People don't realize how hard that is to sing.
Well, yeah, for people in the choir, at least, I bet every single choir student be able to rattle off the lyrics of the national anthem, because PQ has us do the national anthem at the homecoming football game. The choir goes down to the track, and being able to do that has honestly always been one of my favorite parts of choir. Usually, I usually have a busy schedule with other things that I'm doing, but a lot of times that's the only football game of the year that I make it to. The only games that I was able to go to this year were the homecoming game that we did the national anthem at, and the last one that I sang at. And especially the one that I did the national anthem at, I had a little bit of a weird experience. I remember it was about the middle of the third quarter, and I'm standing there with a few of my friends, and I say out loud, guys, this is the last football game we watch on this field as seniors. This is the last game we watch on this field as students. And everybody's like, Jack, you need to stop being depressing. We're trying to have a good time over here. So, I had a great time doing the national anthem last time we were out there.
Yeah. Well, you did a great job.
Thank you very much.
It's going to be Will Shakespeare.
Yeah, that's going to be cool.
You're going to be Will Shakespeare.
Yeah, we have a new skit this year involving William Shakespeare. I'm not going to give away too much about it. You're just going to have to come see the show to find out about
There
him.
you go.
But yeah, the wonderful TQ, Tom Quinn, PQ's husband, wrote the skit up for us, and I'm really excited about it. So the only thing I'll tell you is Will Shakespeare finds himself in a bit of a predicament. So, and then he's got to ride his way out of it, so to speak. So it's a good skit. I'm excited for it. I have a whole William Shakespeare costume coming, which I'm very excited to try on when it gets here. I think it's supposed to be here sometime next week. So I think it'll be a good addition to the Madrigal, especially my last Madrigal. I mean, Jester last year was fun, but Aaliyah, who was on here earlier, is being Jester this year, and Jordan Palmer, and I know that they will just be absolutely spectacular. They will do an absolutely amazing job. I've known both of them all 4 years of high school, and I know for a fact that they will do a wonderful job, and so will everybody else who's involved in the Madrigal. I mean, it's a lot of work, but, you know, everybody who's involved in the Madrigal, you know, really comes in and puts the pedal to the metal and makes the show come together, which is always a really nice experience to see everybody come together like that and make a good show like that. So, yeah.
What are you doing every Saturday?
What am I doing every Saturday?
We don't have to say a word. I like that. Let somebody else do it.
Hey, I'm a talkative guy, man.
That's good.
I'm a talkative
come
guy.
from a family of cardios. What do you expect?
So what's that supposed to mean?
No, not. Love the store, but not that interested.
You never know.
You can sell an Eskimo ice.
I was trying to, yeah. I was trying to sell my science teacher the other day on a car. And I was like, Mrs. Allcamp, you know, what are you doing this Saturday? You should come down to Graue for the fundraiser. And she was like, you know what? I've actually been thinking about buying a new car. Boom, salesman pitch right there in the middle of science class. She's talking about, yeah, I need a Buick Enclave. Like, Enclave is really nice. You could try the Equinox too. Traverses are selling pretty good. Got plenty of legroom in there. Got a really nice base for your music too. You're gonna get great gas mileage.
There's a $1,500 discount for an A.
Boom.
You're a natural.
I mean, if you want to give me an A for the rest of the year, I will get you a great deal. I promise you, Miss Allcamp.
Natural.
I want to buy a car now.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in the right spot. Come test drive any of the ones we got down here.
Well,
what are you thinking?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's 10 o'clock, and that's the end of our show.
All right. Well, thank you very much for having me on here.
They don't pay us overtime, and but I'd like to thank you guys for having us.
Hey, the
today.
last thing, Tom, want to tell us something about the baseball game.
Oh, yeah. Did anybody stay up for that?
I stayed up till the 9th inning.
We're on the second game of the World
You
Series.
made it through the whole thing?
I made it through the 11th.
I think it ended, 3:30 in the morning? Yeah, I did not
It
make
went
that.
that late?
18 innings, 9 pitchers from both sides. Both teams used 9 pitchers, and I know there was 3 home runs and tied it up in the 13th and won it with a home run in the 18th for the Dodgers.
Was that the second or third game of the
Game
series?
three.
And that's kind of
what's the score now?
That's kind of pivotal game there.
2-1
because,
Sox.
yeah, if Boston would have won, they would have won up 3-0. So that was a kind of a must-win for the Dodgers. And
So when do they play today?
play again tonight.
Should play today and tomorrow.
Yeah,
Tonight.
that's going to be fun.
All at
good
Los
stuff.
Angeles.
Yeah, it's all hands on deck now. They'll be probably using some starting pitchers tonight in the bullpen, to get through it.
It's
So
going to change the whole thing.
yeah,
There you go.
it's going to change it.
Yep.
Going to change the whole world, isn't it?
That's where it is.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us today. Once again, I'd like to thank Graue for having us. And get on out here today. There's going to be Sloppy Joes. Not the Sloppy Joe, the edible kind. And
they're free.
and-
Let me just put that out
well,
there.
donations.
Well, donations,
Donations.
however much you can find in
Yeah.
your heart to give.
There you go.
But there will be food.
Nothing's
That's all I
ever
can say.
free.
Yeah.
Next week, we're going to be at... We don't know. Would be nice to know, though, so we can kind of...
Save my place. There you go.
Joe's. All right, we'll go to Joe's next week. 9 o'clock. Same. It's going to be the same time every week. We just never know where.
Number 1 rated
But,
show in Logan
yeah.
County between 9 and 10. Past
Get
10
on
years
out
in a
here
row.
today to Graue and test drive you a vehicle. Go home with a vehicle. Go home with a vehicle and a sandwich. I'd like to thank our listeners for listening, our sponsors for sponsoring,
And the players are playing.
and the players for playing.
We had
See you
no
next
singing
week.
today.
Cheap Seats, 96.3 FM.
True.
Good day.